What if a child could remember a life she never lived? What if the pain, the streets, even the murder were real, just not from this lifetime? This is not a ghost story. It's a historical mystery, rooted in real events, real evidence, and a voice that came from the past. A 4-year-old girl from Ohio began to recall a murder in 1880s Brooklyn with disturbing detail. She remembered the home, she remembered the man, and she remembered how she died. This is the forgotten American mystery of the girl who remembered her past death in 19th century New York. Emily was 4 years old, playful, curious, and like most children her age, filled with imagination. But then, she began saying things that frightened her parents. "I had a red house before," she would say, "with big windows and a gate, but he came in anyway, and I died in the kitchen." Her parents thought it was make-believe, but she kept talking about the old house, the loud street, and the smell of cigars. One day she whispered, "He was angry. He wanted me to marry him." I said no. The family was stunned. Emily had never heard these things, and yet she spoke with the weight of memory, not imagination. At night, Emily's dreams turned into nightmares. She would wake up screaming, "He's in the kitchen. He has the knife again." She began drawing pictures, a woman with curly black hair, a man in a tall hat, and always the color red. Blood, fire, no one knew. But the drawings were always of the same house, with a black iron fence. When her parents asked who the woman was, she answered softly, "That was me, a long time ago." Her parents, desperate and afraid, began to investigate. They searched historical archives, digital newspapers, and old property records. And then they found it. A newspaper article from October 17th, 1883. A woman named Eleanor Whitman had been murdered in Brooklyn, in her kitchen, stabbed repeatedly by an unknown man. The house was exactly as Emily had described it. Red brick, tall windows, black iron fence. Eleanor had refused a marriage proposal from a cigar-smoking suitor weeks before her death. That man was never identified. The case was never solved. Emily described things no one could have known, not even local historians. One day she said, "He had a hat. He waited for me outside. I told him to go." In the New York Public Library archives, Eleanor's private diary mentioned a man who smoked cigars, wore a felt hat, and lingered near her home. That diary had been locked away for over a century. Emily never saw it, but her memories matched its word. As Emily grew older, the memories faded. But some things stayed with her: a fear of knives, a hatred for men wearing tall hats, and an eerie connection to Brooklyn, a place she'd never visited. Even now as a teenager, she says, "I don't see her face clearly anymore, but sometimes when I walk past an old brick house, I feel her heartbeat again." Some say it's a coincidence. Others say it's the soul remembering what the brain cannot. We like to believe we live just once. So stories like Emily's make us wonder, what if death is only the beginning of memory? And what if, in rare moments, a forgotten soul speaks again, through a new voice, a new child, in a different century? Razaq TV, where mystery meets reality, and every silence speaks volume.